Hey gang, welcome back to Minute Watch. This is the Steinhart Ocean One 39mm in green. And before we get started, guys, this is the 6th time I'm recording this freaking video. I've been recording this video all night. This is what it takes, guys. The first couple of videos, I tried to make it like super profesh. You know, I had a big old script, I had all the details, I had all these little explanations and stuff, and I can't do it, man. I watched them and I just kind of vomited in my soul a little bit. It's not me. I felt too sterile, you know. I gotta do this organically. Most of the time, everything's organic, and I just do it with what's coming from my brain scans, face thing. So I'm just gonna record, just naturally. And you guys subscribe to me not because I produce professional videos, but because I'm weird as fuck. So here we go, Steinhart Ocean One 39mm in green. So the model number for this watch is 103 dash, it's a big dash, 0725. Pretty cool model number, right? One of the coolest model numbers I've seen. And it features the ETA 2824-2 Elabore automatic mechanical movement. Am I saying that right? Is it elabore or elabor? I think it's elabore. That sounds too Italian. I don't know. Somebody tell me how you say that. Is elabor or elabore? I don't know. Anyway, it features hacking seconds. You pull out the crown, second hand stop. It's windable with the screw down crown. Beats at 28,800 beats per hour, which is a real good speed. Makes the seconds hand nice and smooth like. Can you see that? It's pretty smooth. It's not like most watches, which are 21,600 BPH, and they kind of had a little jittery effect. You know what? Let's put this right next to the Orient, the super not calibrated Orient Blu-ray. There. Let's just do this here. Okay. Can you see the little jitterbug? Just a bit of a jitter, jitter. And then look at the relative smoothness of that Swiss ETA movement. It's a little bit smoother, not super smooth like a high beat or, you know, an Accutron, but a noticeably smoother than the Blu-ray. Just to keep that for a couple of seconds. I feel like I've had a bunch of adult fizzies, but I'm just super tired because it's like 4 in the morning and I started this at 9 last night. Anyway, the movement employs 25 joules. It's a pretty rich movement. It's got a lot of stuff. Power reserve of at least 38 hours. And an accuracy rating of plus or minus 7 seconds per day with a maximum of plus or minus 20 seconds per day. I don't know what that means. I've been getting about plus 8 seconds per day, but I think it's gonna all settle in. This watch hasn't really had a chance to settle in. I'll tell you about it about why that is later, and why this watch super bummed me out, but more about that later. The dial is has a matte black surface, probably the mattest black dial I've ever seen, and obviously Rolex inspired. Submariner layout with the Mercedes hands, the sword hand, lollipop, Mercedes sword, lollipop, and applied markers with blue lume, some of the bluest lume I've seen. With the 4-line data on the dial there, and of course the magnifying Cyclops, pretty blatantly modeled after the Submariner 16610 LV Kermit, and I think they've actually done a pretty good job while kind of making it their own. It's got the the smaller case, subtle differences here and there. I like it. Got a burp, small burp, 3 out of 10. Okay. So the bezel is a green, obviously, aluminum bezel. The other models in the lineup, the other 39mm Ocean ones, are ceramic. So this is why I got the green one. I got the green one because of its aluminum bezel, and it just looks fantastic. It's more reminiscent of those older Kermit Rolexes, where the new ones, the other ones, the black one, and it just kind of doesn't do it for me. This is the one that spoke to me. It said, "Hey, Kurt, you guys want to pick me up, man?" And I did. I really did. So here it is. The bezel is a 120 click unidirectional bezel. It's probably I won't say nuttiest, but it is a very nutty bezel, if you know what I mean. Get two nuts, click them together, got a nutty sound, nutty feel. It is breaking in. It was super taut at first, but it is breaking in a little bit better, and it aligns pretty good when you want it to. It grabs real well. You don't have to do much force, and it's really nice. The top of the bezel really captures the light. The top of the bezel plus the inner bevel of the crystal in certain lights, it just really shimmers. Not in this subdued light, but you'll see if you get this watch in certain lights, like track lighting, big old department stores, football games, dungeons, you know, your normal stuff. It's gonna shimmer really cool. The case, 316L stainless steel. Of course, what would you expect? 317 or 314? No, 316L stainless steel, like basically everything else. And done pretty good. The tops are brushed. I think I ate Cheetos. The tops are brushed. And I definitely ate Cheetos. Gosh dang it. There is still some Cheeto memorabilia left on my thumb. Sorry about that, guys. Top is brushed. Sides are polished. Very well done, but nothing crazy. Nothing to say, wow, that case is amazing, like, you know, like a Grand Seiko or something like that. It's just a standard case, what you would expect from a Submariner homage. Very nicely done. The glass is a sapphire, blue air-coated flat sapphire. It's the flattest crystal. It's one of the flattest crystals. Flat earthers would be happy about it, but not so much the roundness of the bezel. But the blue air coating actually is a nice touch. You will notice it in certain angles, in certain lighting, and you'll notice it around the beveled edges of the glass, as well as the bubble. The bubble, you'll see it, and it's a nice touch in certain lights. It really, in my opinion, it classes it up a bit. Some people might disagree with me, but you're wrong. I'm just kidding. The case back features Poseidon, and he's riding perhaps the best chariot of any Poseidon depicted, because it's just a piece of cardboard. It's just a piece of cardboard with a stick on it. And that's just like, you know, back to basics. Poseidon's like, I don't need all that funky stuff. I don't need hydraulics and spinners. Just give me a piece of cardboard and attach it to the biggest of seahorses. Really cool case back. I really, really like that case back. It's in my opinion, nicely done. Not super extravagant, but nicely done. The crown is signed with Steinhart's S plus the crown logo. Can you see it? It's a nice touch. I really like that. Overall, the head unit overall is well, I give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 in terms of functionality plus looks. It's nice. It's really nice. I like it. Okay. The bracelet is also 316L stainless steel, tapered from the top to bottom. 20 millimeters at the case to 16 millimeters where it terminates. All the links are solid. The end links are also solid, and you adjust them with screws. That's a really nice touch right here. You can see the screws there. You adjust them with screws. You take them out with a screwdriver, you put them back in with screwdrivers. Super easy. The clasp system is a safety buckle, just like the Submariners that it's based off of, although this one has a half chevron kind of deal, whereas the Submariners are usually just a bar across. Polished beveled edge on the side, real nice touch. It's all brushed very nicely. It doesn't make a whole lot of noise. It's solid, it's stable. I really like this bracelet. It's not great, but it's not terrible. It's a good, solid bracelet, and you know, especially for a $375 US watch, which is how much this costs. It's really good. Okay, let's check the dimensions. All right, so case checks out 38.5 millimeters, guys. 38.5. There's no way This case is 39. Measuring it logically, it's a 38.5 millimeter case. Discuss. The bezel is 39 millimeters. I guess that's where they get the size from. I'm assuming that's where they got the size from, because there's just no way that the case is 39 millimeters. Lug to lug, I got 46.4 millimeters, thickness 12.1 millimeters, and excluding the date bubble and lug width, I got 19.8 awesome millimeters. Whew. Okay, we're back. So let's put it on. Let's put it on my wrist, guys. Let's put it on my wrist, and random piece of tape on my wrist. And my wrist is 6.5 inches, so it's on the smaller side. And I think it looks really good. Let me wipe it because it just got all kinds of fingerprints on it. And I think it looks pretty dang good. What do you think? I think it's the perfect size. It might look a little big in the camera. For some reason, when these cameras are close, because this camera is actually kind of close, it just makes it look bigger than it should. That's what she said. But trust me, it looks fantastic on my wrist through my eyes. It looks like it's the perfect size. It's relatively thin. It has a relatively low profile look and feel. It's comfortable. I freaking love it. If you have a smaller wrist, I think you would enjoy this watch. Or if you're a guy with a bigger wrist and want a smaller diver, this one might be for you. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. Okay. Lume, let's check out the Lume, what you've all been waiting for. Maybe not only some of you, maybe 6 people. Okay, we're gonna put it on this watch sofa. I'm gonna mess with my OCD and put it next to the non-synced Orient Blu-ray 2. We're gonna change the ISO to 6,958 billion.75 Gs. And we're gonna use my, dang it, I just messed up all my stuff. We're gonna use my ultraviolet emitting super torch, because when I use those super LED lights, it just reflects back into my face and just blinds me. All right, here we go. On the left, we have the super blue Lume of the Ocean One 39 millimeter in green, and on the right, we have the Blu-ray with the green. That just blew my freaking mind. On the left, Ocean One in green with blue Lume. On the right, Blu-ray with green Lume. Man, I did not plan that. My brain just fried. But you can clearly see that the Lume of the Steinhart isn't that bad. It's actually pretty good. Your eyes will see it differently because the camera can pick up blue better than your face vision can. It'll look a little bit dimmer to your eyes, unless my eyes just suck. But it actually does a pretty good job. If you charge this up before you go to sleep, and then you wake up in the middle of the night to go shishi, when you come back, and if this watch is exposed somewhere, you'll see it. You'll be like, oh yeah, blue Lume, ah. And then if you have this one, you'll be like, oh yeah, green Lume, it's brighter. But overall, really good. I am rambling. Back to 800, lights on. Take this away. So, let's talk about some other things here, and why this watch super bummed me out. Okay, so when this watch first came out on the Steinhart Instagram, I was like, I gotta have it. And full disclosure, I wanted it because I wanted to be the first one to review the green version of this watch. I still might be the first one, but that is no longer important to me. I was thinking about views and stuff, but you know, that's just that's not the way to do things. That's not the way that I should be thinking about making videos. I should be thinking about making videos for you guys, and that's why I stopped myself from doing it all professional, institutionalized, and just talking to you from my brain face. 100% natural, no script. So that's why we're here. So anyway, I ordered this watch and I was totally stoked. I was like, yes, it's got the tracking number, and I watched it every day like a hawk. And you know, every time it changed, I was like, yes, I'm getting it soon. And then I got it, and I was like, ho, 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 ho. You guys saw the Instagram pictures that I took if you follow me on Instagram. And I was in love. And then this happened. It's a pretty badass watch, Steinhart. Check this out. Nope. Yeah, it goes backwards. Get that second hand going backwards. Oh, back forward now. Yeah, back forward. Oh, backwards again. Backwards again. Oh, not. Oh, doesn't make it. Oh, it's doing the dance. It's doing that dance. Oh man, this watch is so fun. So yeah, super bummed about that. And I immediately contacted Steinhart. I sent them a inquiry through their email, and then the next day I sent them an after sale inquiry stating my problem. And I waited and I waited and I waited, and it took 1 week for them to respond to me. Yeah, maybe like 5 days. About 5 days. Yeah, about 5 days. And they had told me that their whole office got sick with the flu, which sucks because I've been there. I've seen what happens when the flu steamrollers their whole office. So, you know, no hate from me. It happens. And they gave me an RMA. I sent the watch back to them using their FedEx account. It got back to them, and they acknowledged. Well, somebody picked it up, and they didn't acknowledge it until a couple days later when I said, "Hey, did you guys get my box?" And somebody sent an email back to me saying, "Yeah, we got your box. Thank you. We apologize for the blah 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 blah. We'll let you know what's happening." Well, about a week later, I get an email from them saying that it's going to take 4 to 5 weeks to fix this watch, and I was like, wah wah wah, super bummed. And yeah, so I just was like, whatever, forgot about it. But it only took about a week, and then they said it was going to be shipped out. So I got it after about 2 days after that. So a whole 3-week process happened. 3 or 4 weeks, almost 4 weeks, and I got my watch back. I'm super happy now. I don't fault them because sometimes stuff does happen. They've always given me great service in the past, so here we are. Now, my overall opinion of this watch is that I freaking love it. Obviously, it's an homage to the Rolex 16610 Submariner, LV Submariner. And some people don't like homages. Some people are repulsed by them. A lot of you guys are repulsed by homages, and I get that. I totally get that. I support that. If that's how you feel. For me personally, I think it's okay. I like them because it gives me the experience of kind of having a similar watch. I won't be able to afford one like this anytime soon. If anything, it makes me want the real thing even more. Like, I want it even more. And you know, it still makes me have a happy time. You know, for people like me who can't even fathom spending thousands of dollars on a watch, having something like this can be quite special. It can give the same or similar experience for like a fraction of the cost, while still being able to pay our bills or saving up for that dream, whatever that dream may be. What are your dreams, guys? What are your dreams? Heck, most of us, even like the very, very well-off people, you know, I know some people that have some really, really nice watches, really good pieces, and they don't do it, and they don't do it to show off their fortune. They don't do it to brag to their friends or anybody. They, like the rest of us, get our watches because we love them. They are literally freaking machines that are works of art, which we wear and admire all day. We love things that move and have gears and stuff inside and offer a result. And to me, they're like cars or motorcycles for our wrists. And they're like power tools for our souls. You know, they're very special in that aspect. And this one, guys, this one's all right. Despite its rocky birth, I'm glad it's mine. And yeah, Uncle Jimmy, what do you think about it?
Did you write that speech all by yourself?
No, I didn't write a single speech. That was for my brain.
Yeah, right. Do you hire a focus group or something? Because, yeah, that was weak. We should go to Kmart and buy you some more panties because that's what you need right now. You need to get more panties.
No, what, man? That's not cool. Uncle Jimmy, come on, what's up? Tell me what you think about the watch.
Well, it's green, so we'll give you that. It's green for some reason. I agreed, but I hate watches again. I think they're stupid. Why don't you use a phone like everybody in this century? Huh? Use these stupid old school watches. It is shiny though. I'll give you that. It's pretty shiny, and I do like its overall look and presence. Yeah.
Wow, Uncle Jimmy, you actually gave a honest opinion.
Yeah. Well, I gotta take a crap.
Okay. How about you, Ted?
I just want to. It just reminds me of a banana.
A banana?
Yeah, a banana. What do you mean?
Well, when I see it, I just want to eat a banana. I want to shove a banana in my face.
Oh my god. I fucking hate you.
Anyway, guys, that's my super long review. All me, no script. I hope you like it. I'm going to love this watch from now on. And that's my review. Puberty. That's my review. Thanks for watching.